Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be going over how to get the Armed to the Teeth Dark Ops Challenge in Black Ops 6 Zombies. I'm going to break this video down into two parts. The first one will be talking about what the challenge actually means and what you actually need to do to get it. The second part will be the tips and tricks that I use to help me complete this as early as possible and as easy as possible. So right away, let's go over what the description of the actual challenge is. The Armed to the Teeth challenge says that you need to have 3 Pack-a-Punched level 3 legendary rarity weapons equipped with ammo mods and 8 perks active. What this really means is that you need to have 3 weapons that are Pack-a-Punch tier 3, gold rarity or legendary rarity, and each one of them needs to have an ammo mod equipped on it. You also need to have all 8 perks in the map active. At the moment, this challenge is a little bit bugged. You'll see later in the video that I got it without actually having to complete all these requirements. But there have also been some cases where players will need to have tier 3 armor and a score streak equipped. It just kind of depends on what happens in your game. One of the more confusing things for some people about this challenge so far has been that third weapon, as there's no Mule Kick in Black Ops 6 yet. That third weapon is actually just whatever's in your melee slot, so it will either be the combat knife or the baseball bat, depending on what you bring into the match. You can equip your melee slot weapon in your zombies match by holding down your melee button. It will pull it out into your character's hand. All in all, this means that you'll need a total of 184,000 essence and 10,500 salvage in one match. Those numbers are just for the challenge, so buying doors and actually getting your second weapon during the match are not included in those costs. The average player will probably complete this challenge around round 35 or 40. But there are a lot of methods and little tips and tricks that you can use to bring that round down quite a bit and help you progress this challenge much faster. Before we get into the second part of the video, I want to go over the loadout. The weapon that you bring in doesn't matter as long as it's something that you know you'll be able to use past round 30 in your game. I ended up using the AIMS just because I was close to getting it gold, but you can, again, use whatever you want. The only thing that I absolutely recommend bringing in on whatever weapon is a suppressor. All the other attachments, you can choose whatever you want. Just make sure you bring a suppressor. The suppressor in Black Ops 6 Zombies is extremely helpful, way more helpful than most people realize. All it does is increase your salvage drop rate, but it increases it a lot. I don't know the exact percentage, but when I'm playing, it seems like it's almost double. I get so much salvage from a round and any zombie. Sometimes killing just one zombie will drop 2 piles of salvage. That's 100 salvage. So make sure you put a suppressor on whatever weapon you're bringing in. The lethal tactical field upgrade, you can bring whatever you want. That will help you get to higher rounds. And I didn't use any goblin gums for this, but obviously those will help too. Using something like hidden power is obviously very helpful. It'll boost your weapon straight to gold rarity so you can save a bunch of salvage. And also something like Perkaholic or On the House, Soda Fountain, those kinds of things will also help a ton just by saving points and being able to do this early. But in my game, I didn't use any goblin gums. One final warning before we get into the second part of the video is that wonder weapons will not work for this challenge. If you spin a ray gun or a jet gun out of the box, it will not work. You just need to throw it away because you need something that you can upgrade to legendary rarity and put an ammo mod on, which you cannot do with either of the wonder weapons. Which brings us to part 2 of this video, where I will be going over the things that I did in my game that helped me get this challenge done very easily. The first one of these will be pretty general. It'll just be ways that you can get extra points and salvage in your game. You can do it as soon as you reach the church in your game, and all you need to do is throw an explosive at this top tower up here where you see a little head on a stick, and once that head blows up, zombies will fall from the sky, and each one will grant you some sort of reward. It can give you a score streak, it can give you points, salvage, they can even drop weapon upgrade wrenches. They're little wrenches on the ground, and they just upgrade your weapon rarity. Those are pretty helpful too. That will save you a lot of salvage and points later on. The next method to get a ton of salvage, and you can do this over and over and over in your game, is inside the church, inside the Pack-a-Punch room, are the purple crystals sitting around on the floor. Shooting these has a pretty good chance of dropping some sort of salvage, and if it doesn't, it drops lethals or tacticals, which can also be pretty useful in the later rounds. But these crystals replenish, so you can actually shoot them multiple times. I think it's probably every round they replenish, and you can get a ton of extra salvage just by shooting these things. I do this in pretty much every single game of Liberty Calls. And the final tip that helped me the most in my game were SAM trials. Activating a SAM trial and getting it to the legendary reward is going to help you so much trying to do this challenge. I only ended up doing 3 SAM trials in my game, getting them to legendary each time, and the first SAM trial didn't even give me anything. The second SAM trial that I did granted me a purple ether tool, which I slapped on my knife and instantly boosted it to purple rarity. Just that ether tool saved me 4,000 salvage, which got me way closer to completing this challenge. And the last SAM trial I did actually gave me a tier 2 Pack-a-Punch crystal, which I again put on my knife and got me way closer to getting this challenge done quicker. Not only do they give you rewards like that, but they can also give you piles of salvage and essence, and usually they're quite a bit. So make sure you do those SAM trials and get to those mastery rewards as soon as possible. I ended up completing this challenge at round 32, but again, like I said, it was a little bit bugged. I think I would have probably had it by 35. I didn't need to upgrade my knife to legendary rarity, but I had everything else, so I don't know why that happened, but I would have had it by, I think, round 35. I was almost there. I actually completed this on my first attempt, so it's not too difficult, but I just wanted to give some people some tips just in case they're not the best zombies players and they maybe can't get to those high rounds as easily. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, leave a like and drop a comment on what you want to see next. Maybe it's another Dark Ops challenge or another type of zombies video. I'm going to be going in between multiplayer and zombies quite a bit because I love both modes. And with that said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.